And let's create a digital planner together. So this is a digital planner that you would probably sell on Etsy. I'm gonna mainly use Canva, so it's gonna be super easy, no Photoshop, also no paid elements and things like that. So first step, we need to do our research because obviously, we want to create something that people are gonna buy. So I'm just gonna type in the digital planner, and then I kind of decide which way I want to go. So in this case, I'm gonna choose GoodNotes, but one thing for kind of doing the research, what you can do is you type in digital planner and then you can click A, for example, and see what comes up. Let's say I type S, D, and whatsoever, and everything else. So I really can try different things to see what people are actually looking for. And let's say they're looking for digital planner habit tracker. I'm gonna type in GoodNotes and then see if there's something else that I could choose. Um, Now, I am currently in Spain, so that's why it's popping up. But your results are going to be different depending on where you are. So I'm just going to type this in. And then, because when I start my research, I want it to be a little bit more broad. And then I go a little bit more detailed later. So now I have all these planners that I can look at. And I'm not going to go into any um, analytics yet. First step is just to look at the reviews and also how the planners look like. So if you can see, all of them are not showing the cover image. Well, this one is kind of, but really no. All of them are showing the inside of the planner because with digital planners it's more important. So now I'm gonna just look at these, but again, really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go to the first one and we're gonna immediately go to the reviews. So the reviews is kind of what I'm looking for because here I really want to see um, what they're saying, and I want to see what they're liking. So for example, it likes the color, this person likes the colors, the clean aesthetic, it's functional, huge selection. So all of these things I usually just have like Google Sheets document, and I just, in the document, I just save everything I find, because if we keep doing this over and over again, that's kind of tiring. So it's either Google Sheets, or I also could go with Google Word document. I don't know. Google Docs. So maybe in this case, I usually use Google Sheets, but in this case, it's probably better to use Google Docs. And the reason is because it's easier here to select the things that are standing out for me. So let's say I have neutral clean aesthetic and I can highlight it. What I could also do is I could actually save this into GoodNotes. I usually I'm more comfortable. The text tool is not really great in GoodNotes, and if you use GoodNotes, you probably know that already. So I usually, on the computer, I prefer to save it in a Word document, highlight what I need to highlight if I need to highlight anything, just copy and paste, and then I'm gonna transfer this document to GoodNotes and then make more notes with my pen. So in this step, I just really just look for different things. So there's so much space for notes, daily planning. A lot of people are kind of highlighting that it has all kinds of highlight trackers and stickers. So that's what we want to focus on also on our planner. Now, this step doesn't have to take long, and honestly, I would prefer that you didn't spend too much time on it because it gets very overwhelming really quick. All of these planners look great, and then at least for me, I start doubting myself. I'm like, okay, but there's so many, and I don't know if I can make it better, and blah blah blah. So before it happens, we're gonna we're gonna stop. So here I have, and also another thing is once I copy and paste many, like quite a few reviews, I can search in the document, which is extremely comfortable. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is not probably enough text, but let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead, click Command F, and I'm gonna type in minimal. So there's only one, but you know, if we also, I'm gonna type in sticker. So as you can see, the stickers are highlighted everywhere. So that means that it's really important to people, and that's something I'll pay attention to. So I would even usually leave a comment for myself, and I would write a sticker so I would know that that's something I need to focus on because people care about it. And we do want to look at not only good reviews, we do want to find some bad ones, and there's always bad ones no matter, you know, how good the shop is. So let me just add one more. So these are all good, and then we're gonna go looking for the bad stuff. I might not find anything quick because this shop does have a lot of positive reviews. um, but usually there's at least one person unhappy. Okay, this shop doesn't really seem to have it. Okay, so we also have the shop that I usually check out because maybe the document I clicked on is not their main one right now. So I usually check the shop and I check the latest reviews to see if I have anything. Okay, I don't find anything bad and I don't want to keep looking for it. But basically, we would look at bad reviews as well because that allows us to see what people didn't actually like. So as you can see, the stickers are extremely popular. Literally, most of the reviews that I looked at have the stickers mentioned, and that's what I would do. And then it's also easy to use, but I don't know how. Yeah, and it's also easy to use is like everywhere. So we want to make sure that it is easy to use for us, and what they mentioned is that it's easy to use with the tabs. So that's again another thing we're going to focus on is creating the tabs, clean layout, and things like that. Now, I don't know if you know the concept where there was like a painting or something, and this artist created the same painting without realizing it, and that's kind of weird, but you know, everything you see in life, it's possible that when you're going through the creation process, you could actually create the same thing without realizing it. So we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna copy this a little bit and then make it completely different. So for me, I'm actually gonna screenshot this, and then I'm gonna go to Canva. So we're gonna start creating, and I'm actually gonna choose to do a planner that's vertical because I've noticed that most people like it a little bit more, even though this one was horizontal. But I feel like it's better to change it up immediately so that I don't end up copying something that I don't want to copy. So we're gonna upload it here, and now I have my planner. So we're gonna analyze this bit by bit. So we have the schedule, and then we have priorities to do and notes. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go to daily pages, daily planner. And once I'm there, I'm just gonna copy one of these. So whichever I feel like is the most similar to this. There's some that are paid as always, as you can see, but we can actually, sometimes you can and sometimes it doesn't let you filter them out. I don't know what's the big secret. Okay, and now it's gone. So let's go look for something for free. These are all oh, this one is free. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with this one. And what I'm gonna do, the layout, I'm not gonna copy the design at all. So we're gonna delete this background. I'm gonna make this a lot bigger. And then I'm gonna change the colors immediately. So now one of the ways is to go to styles and check it out. If I don't find, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. Gonna make it bigger. And so we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'm gonna, weekend is gonna be this, and I'm gonna delete. Okay, so this I'm gonna lock so it doesn't move because it's very annoying when I'm trying to move something. And this I'm gonna delete. So I'm gonna have one. And then we can choose what we want to do with them. I could technically make them bigger, and that's actually what I would want. So I'm just gonna delete everything here. And I know I'm making it more painful probably than it's supposed to be, but it is what it is. I'm just copying the style, so I'm just kind of having an idea of what I want, but then I'm moving things around and shifting it as soon as possible because I don't want to copy it. I just want it to be similar. So I'm gonna copy this and then go to position, change it vertically, see how it looks like. So of course I want to have more space here, and I probably want even more space, so I'm gonna do it like that, and then position vertical. Now for these, the text can stay, that's already made for me, so I'm just gonna move it. I'm gonna change the font to Montserrat, and then this I'm gonna create one that I want. The others I'm gonna delete, and then I'm gonna just move them around and again and again. So don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna change it with, I'm gonna not change it, I'm gonna move it with position tool. So it's already in the center, but I'm gonna change it vertically. So, and as you can see, this one doesn't match, so I just need to put it lower. And after that, just select everything again and then change the position vertically. So we have it ready. And the last one, as you can see, I just need to move it a little bit around so that it matches, and now it's all perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now for these, I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna try to move them kind of in the right place because I've noticed that then it can just not later move it the way I want to move it. But either way, after I'm done, I'm gonna use the position tool again and then make the position in the center. And for these, I should also make them in the middle. So I do have to select them separately, otherwise I'm gonna mess up the whole thing. So that's kind of the inconvenient part, but it's really not that bad. And the last one. So these are too harsh for me, way too harsh. We were looking for minimal stuff, but sometimes what I do, instead of changing the color, I just reduce the opacity because I like the shade. I just want it lighter. And maybe these ones as well, maybe they're too dark for me. So then I would also select everything. Selected the text, I think I need the box. And after I'm done, I'm gonna just reduce the opacity. Now you can also change the color, that's fine. Another thing I do is I actually make a copy of this once I'm done. So I still need to fix this part. As you can see, it has to line perfectly with this. And for it to line perfectly, I usually use a ruler and just snap it there so it snaps to it. If you go to File and Show Rulers and Guides, you can click it here, so if you don't see the ruler. Now we're gonna expand this as well, just a little bit. And now I see that it's not matching perfectly, so let me just select it and choose center. Okay, it's centered, perfect. And I just need one more. And I can then select, maybe make this without the line. I don't need it, I don't want it. And then just select it where I want it to go. Now, annoying part is that I can't select all of these and make them, you know, move. But what I can do is copy and then move it a little bit. So I just have two things. And for this, I will need to increase the transparency. So for these ones, I'm going to increase the transparency. Okay. Which one was the one here? They're both saying they're 100, but they're definitely not 100. This is the most annoying thing ever. But it is what it is. Maybe if I ungroup them, sometimes it happens that, yeah. So let me just do that. You have to ungroup it and then change it. So see, now I didn't have to do anything crazy. And then for this, I will change the color. So I'll just click here and then go to whichever color I feel like looks good. Now this is gonna be our to-do list, and we're gonna immediately change the fonts. Now you don't have to use Montserrat's, I just really like it. And then we're gonna have important. So as you can see, the planner looks a little bit different. Now here we're gonna write, for example, Monday, and change the color. And I'm gonna change the font as well, even though I do like this font a lot. I just have to be on the text. Okay. Here. I'm gonna change to this one. Make it a little smaller. And then I can add some other elements, let's say washi tape. Another way I could add washi tape actually is if I have washi tape at home, for example, I could take a picture of it on something white and then remove the background, and that way have my own washi tape. So I'm gonna change the image, change the colors. I want it more pink, and I want it more transparent. So maybe Monday could be white. It's not too much to ask. Yeah. So this is the first page, or maybe something like this. Now, important thing is that if you do use some of these washi tapes, make sure to then edit them in some way, because you can't just use them. So I'm gonna add some paper. So here I have the little pieces, but I usually like to add something like this. And then I just make that much smaller, and that way put it on there and see if I like it. And changing the color again, so kind of playing around with it. So this is the kind of the fast version of creating it. But I do want to show you another thing really quick, and it's gonna be a little bit slower. but also very, um, sometimes it's more eye pleasing. So digital planners haven't been around for that long, but what has been around for pretty long is Buho. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Buho journal idea page ideas page ideas, and then inside here I really usually go to, for example, Instagram. Maybe let's type in daily page. I would create the same version just digitally. So, and again, make some changes. So, for example, something like this, maybe, or this, or maybe this. So, whatever I do like, that's what I would create. So, let's say I have this, like this, for example, and I would just try to create that aesthetic. So I do the same process, screenshot it, go to Canva, and it, and kind of create a planner that looks like this. I hope this is helpful. I hope you had fun with me. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and see you in the next video.